Sto- there we are. I am live. I only box all 4 o'clock Sunday stories. Reasons to be cheerful. And I'm not in a tent. I'm actually in a hotel cafe. But the reasons to be cheerful are that I have spent the last 6 nights in a tent in the woods, and it's been fascinating. It started on Monday. I went into the tent Sunday night, and Monday I was working. I started my first day at Hatton Country World Adventure Park, a huge area in Warwick, where I worked in the cafeteria, cleaning tables, sweeping the floors, and it was reasonably quiet. So it was a good starter. And back home into the tent, slept very well despite the rain. Tuesday, pretty much the same. Got up, got a bus straight into Hatton, worked the 7.5 hour shift, and then a bus back out to the tent, and started to organise things around the tent so that it would be more comfortable. And who is that coming in? I'd love to know. Garly, welcome. Yes, in a tent, and again, despite the rain, slept very well. And then Wednesday, I went into work feeling really, really ill. And I believe that on Tuesday I'd had a chili curry that had probably disagreed with me. And it had started to build up through the night. So much so that I'd had 2 or 3 bouts of diarrhea. But I felt reasonably good in the morning until I get into work. And then it really hit me. And they told me I'd got to go home. They couldn't have me in the cafeteria while I'd got diarrhea and feeling as bad as I did. So, praise to Hatton, they arranged for a taxi to come and pick me up and take me back to home, as they thought it, or the tent. And as the taxi picked me up and started to drive, it must have been the motion, because I quickly told him to stop and I was sick outside the vehicle. And then he went about another 20 yards and the same thing happened, and then another 20 or 30 yards and the same thing happened again. And so let's see if their comments are coming through. Yeah, drop a chat if you can. And so I arrived home feeling, actually, after the 3 bouts of sickness, I felt okay. And I was on the verge of arranging to go in the next day when more diarrhea came. And so decided to have Thursday off and spend it in the tent, and slept quite a lot of the day. Friday came and I'd arranged to be picked up because it was Easter, and went to the pickup point not knowing whether the guy would turn up or not, but fortunately he did. Went in, and Easter Friday was apparently one of the largest attendances Hatton has either had in a long time or has ever had. Over 2,600. Now, I was told 2,600 people, but to be honest, in the cafeteria, it felt like 2,600 families. It was, apart from a half an hour break, it was 7 hours of constant standing, walking, cleaning tables, cleaning the floor, trying to get things ready for the next family to sit down, and doing it all with a smile. which I find reasonably easy to be honest. And then a reason to be cheerful, because at the end of the day, a young lady or a lady came up, young to me probably, and told me that her name, she thanked me for the work that I've been doing, and again said that her name was Arabella, the owner of the whole estate, Arabella Arkwright. For those of you in terms of history, the family links back to the Arkwright spinning jenny. They own the estate in Hatton, Warwickshire. And that was a reason to be cheerful, a reason to be grateful for the work that I'd put in and the help that the other people, the other workers at Hatton had given me. I couldn't have done it on my own. Every now and then people chipped in to sweep floors while I was doing the tables, or to empty bags out of the bins as I was putting the wasted food into the bins. And it was all part of teamwork, which makes Hatton really tick. Without that teamwork, without the teamwork outside, on the farm, in the fair, on the egg hunt, in the entertainment tents, Hatton would not be able to put on the events that it does. But it's inspiring, and I am grateful for the owner of the whole estate to take the time to declare that she'd seen me work and was happy with that work. See, I may have told this tale before, but when I was about 20, I'd been working in a foundry, and engineering works first, and then a foundry. My father had been in the foundry as a skilled man, and he came home one evening to say he'd accepted the job as a labourer, and I hit the roof because I'd seen labourers whistled over and told to fetch this, fetch that. And the thought of my dad being told to fetch this, fetch that, it hurt me. And I had a go at him. And he gave me a look that probably was more painful than any of the smacks he'd ever given me in all my life. He said, listen, he said, I will be the best labourer in the sterling metals. I'll be so good that no gang will disrespect me, because they know that any gang is only as good as its labourer. They tell me to fetch something from the stores. They tell me properly and it'll be back within minutes. They disrespect me, and I'll find ways of taking my time to bring the tool that they require back, so that in the long run they may well lose their bonus. But that won't happen, because they know I am one of the best labourers in the sterling metals, and they know that with me their bonus is guaranteed. And that message, I will be the best labourer in the sterling metals, stayed with me. And I have tried throughout my life to be the best worker that I can. In relationships, I failed that test because I was trying to be the best football coach that I could be. I forgot to be the best father and partner. But in terms of work, I've always tried to be the best at whatever job I've been given. And just those words of praise from the owner of the estate to me, just solidified that at that moment I had lived up to my father's quotes, my father's way of life, you might say, and that I was carrying it on. And so it was home and definitely back to the tent because it was a very hot day and I was shattered and I slept all the way through to about 5:30 Saturday morning, which meant that I got the whole of Saturday off while I prepared for the Ghost Guide at Stratford. And having done the Ghost Guide, it was there again. The staff chipped in and helped me get through 2 tours, and I did manage to stay to the last tour because Hannah, the lady that helps me on the ghost tours, had said that she'd give me a lift back towards the tent. And so she did. And so it's all about teamwork. But it could be that it's all about the fact that the way I operate, the way I work, enables other people to give me that help, to be reasonable about helping and being grateful, being happy to give whatever help they can. I'm actually sitting in a hotel cafeteria now where there are maybe 7 people, and I've got to be honest, the staff sullen, talking to each other while people may be waiting, walking slowly to wherever they go. And it's just a complete contrast to how we are at Hatton, where we can't afford to do that, or we will be sacked on the spot. It's a lesson to be learned, I think, for everyone. And it's a lesson that I hope post-Hatton, post-Easter, I will be able to start passing on through videos and through perhaps writing about my experiences of being in the tent. Now, I'll be there probably all the way through this week and into the week following, because I have been given the opportunity of a flat, which I will probably take up. Because as happy as I am in the tent, there is always that opportunity that someone may come into the tent, wander into the woods and find the tent and either report me or, more, let's say worse, damage or even destroy the tent, whatever I've got in here. And so there's always that fear. No fear of the wildlife. It's a real treat to wake up or even to go to bed to woodpeckers, to owls, to the final songbird and the first songbird in the morning. To get up and to walk outside and to say a daily prayer as the sun is rising in the east and shining through the trees in the wood. As I say, that may not happen tomorrow, because as far as the weather forecast goes, from Monday to Friday is constant rain. So that's going to be interesting. So let's see how next week goes. That's my Sunday story, my reasons to be grateful. I'd love to hear your reasons to be grateful. What keeps you going through the week? What is your maxim for work? Let me know. Have a great day. Have a great week. See you next Sunday. Take care.